Hello everyone and welcome back to my third lesson on this series. Today we are going to see how to handle files. Before that, I'd like to show you how to make simple input and output from the keyboard and display to the screen. It is called input and output standard library. To use this, I have to include the library for input output stream. And after that, you know that we can use cin and cout. Most of you know that the difference between them, that cout is used to display something on the screen and cin is used to enter data from the user. So I'm going to declare a character here of size 100, which will be used to store our data, and I'm going to show a message for the user to write something. So enter a message and then cin message. As you see here, we are using the cout method or function with this operator, which is called insertion operator, and we are using the cin with this one, which is extraction operator. This will be very simple, that display a message for the user, then enter the message, then display this message on the screen. Simply like this. If I compile and run this program, we'll see the outputs as here. Enter a message, then I can write whatever I want. Let's say series, then I'll get the same output on my screen. If I want to modify the output, I can make it like this. Now I'll see this enter a message. Let's say data structure. The same data that I'm entering will be displayed on the screen. It is simple cin and cout. Now for the operating system, it treats the screen and keyboard as files. So in the same way we are going to handle the file, I'm going here to include the file library, for example fstream. Then after that, I need to read or write something to my file. So I'm going to declare an object from the output file stream, for example, ofstream, and call it out. Now this out is an object from ofstream. As I told you on my previous tutorial on this series, if you want to handle a file, you have 3 steps. The first one is to open the file. So I can use this out to open the file by calling the function open. This open method or function, it requires a file to be open. So this parameter, I'll give it my file name. Now, and you know that I told you that we need to supply a parameter, second parameter, which is the mode. But here the default parameter for the open mode in case of this ofstream is to open the file for writing purpose. So there is no need to mention the open mode here. It will be by default the out. So the first step is to open the file. Second step is to write data to the file. If I need to write something to the screen, you know that I'm going to use the cout message, same as this line. But now I need to write something to a file. So instead of using this cout, I'm simply going to use my object, which is out. This out is an object from ofstream, so it is going to write something to the file, simply using the same concept as cout. Cout is used for screen, and this object is used for file. The third step, before I forgot, is to close the file. 3 main steps: open, process, and close. Don't forget these 3 steps in every program that we are going to handle. If I compile and run this program, I'll see the output as follows. Enter a message, for example files. The same message is displayed on my screen, and the same message will be also written to my file. If I go to the directory which contains the file from here, I can see that I have my file here, file.txt. If I open it, I'll see whatever I write to the file. If I repeat the same process, for example here, I need to write more data to the file. I can say out. If I write whatever I want here, it will be displayed on my file, or sorry, it will be written to my file. So let's say that I'm going to write, this is our first practical lesson, and also let's say simple concept. Then write and execute. What is the message? Hello. Then if I go back to my file, I'll find whatever I wrote is there. See, it contains this message, hello. Then the second line that I write is, this is our first practical lesson, to here. And the third line is simple concepts. Why they are displayed like this? In the same way that we are going to display data on the screen, the same way is happening with the file. If I write these things to the screen by making cout, see symbol, we are updating our object to be used with cout. It will be displayed on screen as you see here. This is hello. See, we have hello, all of them in the same line. So if I need to organize, you know that I can make here end line. End line, it is the same as /n. So I'm going to use end line in first here, and I'm going to use /n here. If I try to execute this one, this is hello. See, we have hello here from our first message in this line number 9, and we have the second hello from this line number 13. And since we are using end line, we are getting this hello. Then /n or end line will be going to this line and will display the second message. This is our first practical lesson. And after that /n will come to here and write our last message, simple concepts. Then /n, then we'll come to this line. We are using the same thing with files. And now I'm going to write this data to my file. So I'm going to use this object like this. This out object will be displaying values or this data to my file. So handling a file is the same way as handling input and output from standard library. As you see here, if I go back to my file, the same output will be displayed. Hello, this is our first lesson and simple concept. You just have to know how to organize your data into the file. And now, suppose that I want to write a message that contains more than one word. So if I execute the program and write, for example, hello word, what do you think that the output will be in the program? In this case, I'm using two words which contains a space between them. So if I write like this, then this cn will be taking the first word only, hello. And the cout also will be displaying the first word, because whatever contained in the variable message is the word hello only, without the second word. If I need it to include the both, I have to update this cn, because cn only handles one word. I can use the function gets. Now, this gets will take the whole line and store it in the message. Then the message will be displayed on screen. If I run this program now again and enter the same data, hello world, then I'm going to take the whole two words, and the same thing will be displayed on my file. This is my file, the same thing, hello world. Now,